Be live. Hopefully you guys could hear me out of both earphones now. I'm hoping that I got that fixed. What's going on, everybody? It's Friday, so that's good. Just give me a few seconds. So we got a couple of things to talk about. I gotta find something here. Where the heck did that download file go? Whoops. You guys may hear some noise. We have a couple contractors over right now. Let me know if you guys are able to hear me out of both ears, left and right. I was having issues with this last live stream. I think I got it fixed. Not 100% sure though. What's going on, David? How's it going? So we didn't do a live stream last week. I think my last live stream was 2 weeks ago. I figured out my bitrate situation. I was having before I was getting about 500 kilobits per second bitrate, which is very low. That's not a high speed at all. It turned out I was using my GPU and I don't know, for some reason that was ruining it, but I switched it back and now we're getting about 600 kilobits per second. I'm coming clear. Okay, perfect. Awesome. So I'll show you guys this video first. I'll show you guys this video. Where the heck is it? I hope this downloads properly. Okay, so this is my house. My fiance was going to her car over here, and you guys will see her coming into shot in a minute. Just see, we have a couple people working. I don't know. Let me turn the sound down so you guys don't have wind and stuff. Luckily, I have these cameras, so if you see her right, where is she? She'll be walking over here. So I'll explain the story once it happens. This was only an hour ago. See her walking out, and then this lady just comes whipping by. She went through the stop sign. Anyway, it turns out she's completely hammered, passed out in her car. She almost hit Chantel, and yeah, crazy. So that's why it's always good to have G4 security cameras. Anyway, besides that, if you guys haven't already, go pick up the UniFi 6 or pre-order it. These are the UniFi, what are they? The UniFi Wi-Fi 6 access points. I can't get them right now, but apparently they're coming out in December. So December 14th, you're going to be able to get them. These are the newer access points that they'll have. I think they were in early access for, quite a while. I haven't been able to try them out yet. I'm hoping that Ubiquiti will send me some eventually, so I could get them tried out before I recommend them to anybody. So they got 4 radios in them, 4x4 at the 2.4 gigahertz band. And same with the 5 gigahertz, and it's a 2.4 gigabits per second throughput. So I'm interested to see how these are going to run. It's saying that it's managed by UniFi 6.0.34. That must still be oh no, 3.4. We have 3.6 that released, right? Yeah, so 6.0.36 just released a couple days ago. It's a hardware version from EA, at least the long range, yeah. Well, now this is becoming public, right? So you could buy it in the US and I think in Europe as well. Let's see. Yeah, you could get them both here. And they're not that bad priced. If you look at it, it's, how much is it? 99 bucks for the Lite. That's only a dual band radio. And then for the long range, yeah, where'd the price go? I think it was 199 bucks, $179 for a pre-order. That's nothing. That's cheaper than most of the access points. Let's see what the LRs. Okay, so it's $70 more than the normal UniFi LR access point, but you're getting the new Wi-Fi 6. Obviously, you're going to need Wi-Fi 6 capable devices to be able to run that. I do have a Wi-Fi 6 card in this PC. I haven't used it too much. I tried it with the Amplify Alien And then I had another router. It was like this, I think it was an Asus router. Let's take a look. Asus Wi-Fi 6. I don't have it anymore. I sold it. I didn't need it. I think this was it. It was decent, but I mean, I have so much equipment right now that I don't need that stuff. Light goes about as fast as the Nano HD. Okay. I mean, I use the Nano HDs. The Nano HD is fine. I have a Nano HD sitting in this office right now. I mean, that's pretty much just for my phone and whatever other devices I have in here. I don't have much. My PC's hardwired in, and then we have the 16 port PoE light switch that UniFi sent me a few months ago. So let's take a look at 6.0.36. I don't have anything running in here right now. This is just the local controller. I gotta do my 2FA. Let me take that off screen. Okay. I haven't upgraded my UDM Pro to this. I think I'm at 6.0.28. So we don't have, right now I don't have anything connected here. Obviously I had two switches and an access point there. I don't even know where they are. These things are gone, but I kind of wanted to take a look. So from 6.0.36, they used to have a beta dashboard and it was pretty decent. I mean, it showed you your live throughput, but I can't seem to find it anywhere in here. If we go under system settings, it used to have a new dashboard beta setting right here, which they took away. I'm not really, I don't really like this dashboard, and I know it's a beta dashboard, but I don't like the way it looks. Maybe if I use it a little more, then I'll get used to it, but I find that it's going to be a lot more complicated than just using the old dashboards. So it shows our networks here. We could add new networks. So internet access coming soon, allow backup. I mean, maybe they are throwing out some new features and we could look at the feature set that they're doing. So UniFi 6.0. What was this again? 36. Just want to see like some of the improvements on this. Is anybody here using this version yet or no? So the improvements, they add info and link to DHCP relay info in network form, add U6 device images, which is kind of cool, but I mean, I'd rather different features. Add event handling for missing DHCP relay server, SSID byte length will be changed. Improve the request resolve fingerprint icon. So beta settings, SSH selection, free package, enable new. I mean, it looks like they did clean up quite a few bugs. I don't know. I might not try this I might just have this locally in the lab right now. You haven't tried it yet? What's going on, Lionel? You're at 6.0.40. Is that in a, let me see what the releases are. That must be something a little different. I don't even know why. I forgot where you find the newest releases. So that would be in a beta, right? 6.0.40. I typically don't do beta releases on my production stuff. By accident, I pushed it out to all my UDM that I use for a live network. And I haven't had an issue besides my phone wasn't getting DHCP. So I went into the network and then I switched the network from my IoT and then I put it into nothing or into LAN and then back to IoT and then the DHCP picked back up. But I'm hoping this, I mean, it fixes a lot of issues. I wish we could get more in-depth logs. I was having a really weird issue with a client yesterday. On his UDM Pro, he would have one device plugged into his UDM Pro in those 8 ports. I always recommend not being in those 8 ports just because of the 1 gigabit backplane. Once he plugged in more than one device into the 8 ports, it would shut down everything, No internet access, nothing. It was so strange. Have you decided on a full rack yet? No, I haven't. And I think didn't you post your rack in my forum? Let me take a look. I think it was you. Might have been someone else. Why is my website not going up? Oh, there we go. Let's take a look. I don't even know where you would have posted it under. Whoops. I saw your rack and I thought I replied to it, but I replied to it on my phone and it didn't go through. So this is UniFi discussions. I don't really use these forums too much right now, but oh, this okay. Yeah, so this was your server rack. I've seen these in data centers, the EMC stuff. Yeah, it's under general. I need to, if I'm going to use the forums more, I need to do it a little better, but that's a nice rack. Like, that's huge. So are you loading these with all your equipment right now, like your UniFi switches? I typically see the EMC stuff, yeah, in data centers. Whoops. But if I was going to do, I don't know what type of rack I'm going to do. Oops, yeah. But I definitely need a new one. So network rack, how many U's would that be? $200. Holy moly, that's not bad at all. So it would be a 42U network rack, I think. I don't know, like I like the open style. I don't like that one, but I almost prefer them being mounted to the wall. So let's take a look at maybe a smaller one. Network wall rack, wall mount. I don't like these right now. The insides or the sides of them, when you put devices in, they start caving in because the metal on it isn't the best. It's not a standard rack. I should bring this chat over. It's not a standard rack. They use Dell racks or the, okay. Oh, on your rack, Mark. Yeah, I mean, these are not, yeah, that's funny. I like these type racks too, but I mean the airflow in them. I'm trying to find something similar. You know who has it? Let me just take a look here on Instagram. I think I referred to this guy last time. All Green Lights Inc. I think it is. Crap, that's not it. All Green Lights. Oh, right here, LLC, that's why. Okay, I don't know if it's gonna kick me out. So I like these style of racks, right? Okay, we'll sign in with my personal one. It's sending me a code. Okay. Let's hope that signs in and then we could look at some of these. Not gonna save that info. All right. So if you guys aren't following this guy, he's great. All Green Lights. He does a lot of just builds. He has tons of clients throughout the States, and he does amazing work. So these type of racks, this is what I like. I don't know. It just looks cleaner. I feel like the airflow. I don't mind what you have as well. The EMC stuff, it's great. But I would rather something lifted off my floor because right now my network rack is in my cold cellar. So if for some reason the basement ever got flooded, I'd be in trouble, right? If all my network stuff was on the floor. Let me pull this chat out because I keep looking at my side monitor. What do you think of UniFi early access rack? I mean, I don't think that much about it just because I can't get it and we're not allowed really to talk about too much early access stuff. I have seen it on their site. I think it looks cool. I mean, for the price, it's on wheels. If that's the style of racks you like, I mean, I would definitely go for that. I think it would be easier to manage. You could roll it around. I mean, if you need to get into the back of it, You could move it out from your wall. If you need to re-punch down some terminations, I mean, I think that would be very easy to do. There are other, I think somebody posted in my Discord. Let's bring that up. So we have a Discord now. If anybody feels like joining the Discord, and I mean, I'm not on it all the time. Streamer mode enabled. I don't even know what that is. Okay, I'm just gonna see if I could find the rack that they were setting up. Was this Randy? Randy, I don't know if he's in here or not right now, but here's the rack that he posted. This rack's not bad either. So this comes on wheels as well. It would be a lot easier to get into the cable management for it. Okay, the UniFi, or the bit pricey, yep. Black Friday deals on flood sensors. Wi-Fi base, okay, that's, you know what, that's a good thing. Because we do have sub pump, so it would be good to put a sensor down there. What's your thought on UniFi PDU? I think it's expensive. Do they have it? I don't even know if it's available in Canada. I think it might have been. Is it here? Yeah. Are you talking about the RPS, or do they have something else in early access? Hey, Mike, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's pretty expensive. I like how it's all in one ecosystem. That's the best thing about it. I mean, if my power goes out, I don't really need it. I could buy a different type of battery backup that's cheaper. So if we go to Amazon, and I did have one ordered, but it never came. So battery backup. Let's see how many watts this is. ACP 950 watt. Well, that's, I mean, we could see 950 watt, 600 volt. I mean, they're 83 bucks. I don't know if we'll find anything similar to that, but really it would just be to oh, it's EA. I think I know what you're talking about. I was looking at the EA store the other day. I think that's kind of cool. The PDU would be kind of cool. It would be nice to have in a rack, because right now in my rack, let's take a look. Instagram.com. I think I have the StarTech PDU. Yeah, so I have the StarTech right here. I mean, it's not bad either. I like how the power outlets face the back. It makes it a lot easier. It's a redundant power supply. Do you use, yeah, I do. I just, at the beginning of this video, I showed a little clip on, there was a drunk driver on a road earlier this morning. Yeah, the UniFi Protect is great. It's so easy to cut the time. I guess I could just show you guys that. Give me a sec. I'll show you guys the cameras. Whoops, what the heck is the IP address? I love it. I mean, it's simple to use. So I just installed the G4 Bullet last week, I think it was. So right here, so this is the 1.15. I mean, it has all the smart detection, which is great. You could go to the motion events and you could kind of pick the event that you're trying to see. It's going to show you your recording capacity. So I have one 4K camera that's going to be 155 gigabits or gigabytes per day. It shows you front door notifications. You guys can't see that, but it shows you your notifications if you have the phone app. The live view is pretty good on it. This one's a little pixelated right now for some reason. But really, if you go to events, you could pick up all your events from here. And then time lapse, right? So you could pick your camera. Which one would I want? Maybe the Pro. And then you could just go back. And if you need to ever download anything, you just go to this little cut icon. And then you just scroll up to whatever you need and press download. And it downloads directly to your PC. You could load it onto a USB and then give it to whoever you need. I think it's a great and easy NVR to use. How much storage have I used so far? Okay, I wish I didn't just quit out of it. One sec, 192. I think I've probably used it all by now. I mean, we'll have to take a look. I only have 8 terabytes in it. Let's try to get rid of some of this stuff. So I'm assuming that it's probably gone over it right now. Yeah, so if you see on the side, I only have 8 terabytes. Does it tell? It must tell you somewhere. Recording. So it's 25 days that it will record for with my 8 terabytes in here. The RPS is basically for when the power supply fails directly from. Oh, okay, yeah, I get what you mean. Yep. Monitors. UniFi is not really scalable for huge organizations. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it probably would be. If you have over 50 cameras, or I would say even 30, I gotta put something behind that door. People keep opening the one door and it's pushing this one back. But if you have over 30 cameras, I don't know, you may want to look at a different solution. Just give me one sec. Hopefully that stops. We have people coming in and out and doing work at the house right now. You can't boot that. Yeah. Do you recommend any of their older G3 cameras? So I have a couple G3 Flexes. So this is a G3 Flex. This is just the garage. Let's go right to the devices. This is a G3. I think I have 3 G3 Flex. I mean, they're great. They're $100 Canadian. For a side of the house like this, that's all you need. I don't care if it's in 4K or not. I have another G3 Flex here, which I need to re-angle because it's pointing like pretty much directly at my neighbors right now. So I'll probably end up doing that in a couple days. What's up with the door? It looks like it the back of my door. Okay, so I put up styrofoam pads for soundproofing before. Bad idea. Anyway, I didn't even do it right. If I wanted to put up the styrofoam for soundproofing, it should have been in front of me, not behind me. And then I'll show, and then this. Oh, sorry. This little thing started ripping it down completely. So I had to take it off my door. So I'm going to end up, I need to get like some Goo Gone or something like that to peel it all, the rest of it back, which I'll hopefully do fairly soon. Yeah, I mean, the one issue that I have with UniFi cameras is the price. If you look at the price, well, Canadian, let's just do US because that didn't really help the door at all. The majority of viewers are in US. So $449 for the 4K. And then if we look at the G3 Bullet, which this isn't a bad price, 199 bucks. What else? This 79 bucks. I mean, and for the NVR itself, that's not bad. The drives are going to cost you probably more money than the network video recorder itself. I think the UniFi side is small. Yeah, pro consumer. I mean, you could install, what do they say? Up to 50 devices, I think, on this. Right? Add 50 cameras to your system to cover every angle. Like if you're deploying 50 cameras, that's a lot of cameras. So you get 30 days of recording in 4K and then 15, what is this? Oh, for 15 cameras or full HD for the 50. So you're only getting the full HD quality if you're adding 50 cameras. I forget what the highest, amount of hard drive you could get. Okay, so it's 8 terabytes per slot. My opinion, UniFi should 100% focus on their firewall products, yes, and make them. I agree. Yep. Then focus on the protect line to give options such as, yeah, that would be really cool. That would be a good idea. Hopefully they're listening to some people. I mean, they're trying to get more into the they're trying to get into the full suite of small, I feel like small office, right? So they want to get the VoIP working, protect, access. I think the VoIP would be really cool if they could get it working properly. And easy. So if you've ever worked on phone systems, they're a little tricky. Troubleshooting phone issues are a pain in the butt. But if UniFi does it correctly, the UDM Pro would be a perfect small to mid-sized business router firewall. But they do have issues with the firewall right now. To choose site centralized controllers with the options to store footage. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea as well. They're priced quite well, and if you buy an 8 terabyte drive from you, oh, it's $190. That's not bad. Oh yeah, it's right here, $190. So I bought, what did I buy? I just bought Western Digital Purples. Western Digital Purple, 2 terabyte. So they're 100. I should have got all 8. I mean, for the extra $90 per drive. But I was already spending, so that was like close to $500, almost $600 in drives. I feel like UniFi is trying to get more into the home side. Let me just pull something up. And why I say that is because of this. So now Walmart is selling Ubiquiti equipment. Which is a little different to me. I mean, it's not a bad thing. I love their access points. I love their switching. I think their UDM Pro is really cool. It's a great concept, and I hope they put more into their firmware versions and into their firewall. That would be amazing. It's a little different seeing this at like a big box store. You probably do have some Cisco stuff there, but it would be like they're really, oh, they do have Cisco small business. Wow, they sell, I didn't realize Walmart sold all this stuff. That's crazy. I don't think we have any of this stuff in Canada though. Walmart.ca. Let's see, UniFi. Wow, they do. Shoot, I'm gonna have to start cross-referencing prices on Walmart now. That's insane. Okay, just wait until, okay, this, VoIP is an example of abandoned project. Well, they still do have that, right? It's just in beta. Firewall. I've never used that product. Third-party sellers just like Amazon. Yeah, I guess that's correct. Ubiquiti has a list hidden on the website about specific hard drives compatibility to the hard drives. One option is 16. Okay. I mean, I don't need increased storage on mine. I don't really care. Where is it gone? I might have. Oh, here it is right here. So I get 25 days recording, right? That's fine for me. If anything happens like it did this morning, I download the footage, put it on my computer, put it on the thumb drive, and that's it, right? Give it to the police or whoever. I'm not going to wait, 21 days to capture that footage. It's going to be interesting if we start seeing this in Walmart stores. I know a retailer by me, it's not Walmart, it's called Canada Computers. They started carrying some of it as well. Oh, that's a 5-pack. That seems pretty expensive, doesn't it? $1,150 for 5 Pros. Oops. Let me just take the cameras down. Okay, so here's the Pros here. Yeah, so, I mean, I guess they have to make some money, but this is only $919 and this is $1,150. Pretty crazy. Micro Center is carrying them. Okay. I don't know if we have a lot of Micro Centers here. I don't know what else I'm going to buy from UniFi right now. I've covered pretty much, I mean, the majority of what they have. Their newer stuff anyway. I think this base station would be decent to try out. I don't really want to pay $2,000 on it. This in wall I won't do. is on no, I've got it. I've in Newmarket where I'm close to. You could buy it right directly from their store. Walmart doesn't directly sell it. Okay, so that's my bad. But I mean, it's still a little different seeing it being sold in those stores. But people are wanting it, right? I put an ad up on Facebook. I've done it a couple times for just doing in-home. You know, everybody's working from home right now, and people complain about their Wi-Fi. So throw in like an APAC LR, maybe a Pro, and get their whole house covered. So I put an ad up there, and it working great for me. People are, you know, the prices are a little much for them, but if you want decent internet throughout your house, like you could always go buy the mesh points and try setting them up yourself. And it's not like UniFi is crazy hard to set up, right? Why not use in, so I think this one's a little older. I have the HD in wall, right? So the reason I'm not going to do a review on this is just because it's a little older and I have the HD, right? So it pretty much does the same thing. This is a dual band radio. Range up to 100 meters. Let's see the HD. So the HD is 4x4 and it has the, what is it? The 5 or 6 ports on the bottom, 4 ports on the bottom. I don't even know what that is. Marcari? Never heard of it. I use this one. So this one's in my living room right now. I don't plug anything into the bottom. Let me take a look. I think one of these ports are PoE out. Yeah, right here. So I believe you have to power this with PoE++ to be able to use the PoE out, which would be kind of interesting to plug like a camera into there, see if it worked. I had another G3 Flex, but I think I lost it when we were moving. This friggin' cat just keeps biting me. You want to be live on stream, don't you? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what next I'm going to review. I mean, I would like to, I'm still going to do UniFi videos, or Ubiquiti videos. Obviously, I'm going to do Ubiquiti and a bunch of different other vendors, but the next one I think I'm going to do, people have been asking me for like more edge router stuff or edge line. So kind of like let's look for the video. YouTube.com, UDM Pro. You know what? Let me just search UDM Pro small. Kind of like this video that I did a little while ago for the UDM Pro full setup and configuration. So this went over, you know, doing different VLANs, your wireless, your firewall rules. I mean, it's not super difficult firewall rules or anything like that. But it gives you guys an idea. I think I'm going to do that with the edge line of stuff. I only have an edge router X right now. I may upgrade and get something a little more powerful. And then we'll integrate that with a couple of UniFi switches. Maybe I have a new Cisco switch that I haven't really used at all. It's like eBay. Okay. The flex cameras are what you use. I thought they were coming out with like a new style of flex. I know they're coming out with one, well, I don't know if it's coming out, but it's for in your house, which I don't think I don't have cameras in my place and I don't think I will. I've tested a few of the Reolink PTZ cameras for your indoor. That's all I use it for, and then I turn it off, but everybody's different. If you want to watch your animals while you're away from work or something like that. The software between the two lines are interchangeable. What's your largest? I manage small to medium warehouse office network for a vending company. Thinking about using UniFi switches a little. So the switching's great. I mean, the switching's amazing. I think it's amazing on it. My largest deployment, I don't even know. It's probably about 50 or 60 access points. It's for a school. So we installed all the switches, the access points, and we used pfSense, which was great. And we don't manage it anymore though. Once we did the deployment, we handed that off to the customer because they have their own internal IT team. Oh no, it's not interchangeable. No. So I mean, you can't use the edge line in UniFi, right? So it's a little different to set up, but you could do a lot more with the Edgeline. You could, I mean, look at logs and set up, I think you're able to have more than one IP as your WAN. So for my internet connection, I have 5 public IPs that I can't really use, right? Not that I need to, but it would be nice. And I just ordered, or I have it now, it's already installed. So I have a fiber line coming to the house as well. So we have one that is a cable provider, which is Rogers. So that's kind of my main ISP. And then I have Bell fiber coming into the house as well as the backup, which I might switch that around because the Bell fiber is the exact same speeds. I pay for a gig down and I think it's 50 up for both of them. Whoops. See, I mean, this dashboard throws me right off. I don't know if I'll be able to use it right now. I think I'm gonna have to switch to the new settings. So what is this new client list? Oh, I don't have any clients on. Crap. I know in one of their other versions, it was showing how many DHCP leases were being used out of your scope, right? If you were /24, had 10 devices, it would show you how many you had remaining. I just wish they would show you what leases were being taken. It would be a lot easier for troubleshooting if you could see which IPs were being taken. In the Edgeline, they do that. Oops, I don't know what else I was going to talk about today. So I'm trying to get I was trying to get a hold of the sales team for TP-Link. I don't know if any of you use the TP-Link stuff, but they have, I mean, it's kind of like UniFi, right? It's the Umada, or however you pronounce it, controller. TP-Link. So I bought one of their in-wall. I have a couple of their ceiling mount access points, which are I think they're great. I haven't tested them too long, but I have, well, not that one, but I forget which one I have. Is it the 210? It's not back there. So I have one of these access points, or 2 of these, and then I have this in-wall. It would have to be this one. So I'm trying to find a router firewall that is able to go into that controller software. But I don't know if they have that out yet. Management. Let me just see. I don't know if anybody here uses it, but Umada TP-Link router. I think that's pretty much the same site I was just on. Yeah, it's exactly the same site. Crap. I've recommended several TP decos. Let me take a look at that. I wouldn't mind trying other brands, right? Okay. TP. So these are mesh points. I don't like installing mesh, but I guess if it's set up correctly, it might not be too bad. Mesh versus traditional routers. I think good videos would be doing comparisons between all these different mesh units. You see a lot of people buying the Google Mesh in different types right now. I still would prefer throwing in a UniFi. What are they doing here? Is it, oh, Google Wi-Fi. Okay, so they're just doing a comparison by Google Wi-Fi. A lot of people grab these, but I still would put in I just did a house. I think it was about 3,500 square feet. We were originally going to throw in, I think, two or three UniFi access points. We were just doing some testing. We plugged in a long range right by their modem, and it covered their whole house. They were getting about 200 megabits per second down on their devices. It was great. And you're only paying I forget what the long ranges are, $179 or something like that. I don't have a mesh system in my house besides the beacon mesh, and I just took that out because I have way too many access points in the house. Could you make a video on how can someone using the UDM Pro make to allow all VLANs to talk to Apple HomeKit. Thank you. Could you make a video? So by default, every different subnet could talk to each other, right? So there's no block rules. So if you're creating, different rules to block inter VLAN routing, then you might have to turn like MDNS on and things like that. I thought I did explain that. So HomeKit. I've been hearing a lot about Apple HomeKit. I may have to invest or research up on that. What's going on, smartland.net? Oh, one other thing I installed, and I'm really happy with it, was these Lutron. So the Lutron smart switch, I only have the one so far. I'm probably going to end up getting a few more. But it integrates with my Google. It's awesome. So you could sit in the living room and turn your lights off by your voice. It's pretty lazy, but if you don't want to get up, it's a perfect solution. The other day it was down though. I think it was AWS servers were down. That's a bad word, Apple. The thing is, like, a lot of people are using it, right? So a lot of people use that stuff, and when you're in kind of like the tech space, making some videos and whatnot, it's good to put out lots of content, lots of different type of content. I had somebody contact me about doing I think it was like a promotional video or putting an ad in one of my videos at the front for their product. I forget the brand. But then I reached back out to them saying, they could send me some of their devices. If I like it, I'll do a review on it. And then they went back on it because they see that I do so much UniFi and it's their competitor. Zail Nebula Flex. No. Zail. Oh, I've heard of Zail, or whatever. I'm probably butchering the name. But let's take a look. Network. Is this it? Okay, this probably isn't. Let's see, is this? Yeah, okay. Zail. Interesting. Let's go business. I blocked all inter VLAN. Okay, from your video you made not too long. Okay, no problem. So you can't get it to work. Enable MDNS. With all these different IoT devices, there may be different settings. I'll try to look into it. Maybe send me an email. You could send me an email here. What is my email? You'd send me an email there. It doesn't look terrible. You don't like it? I've never used it before. Let's look at their IP surveillance. Why would you use pfSense with UniFi? Can you quickly explain or easily explain why one would use? Okay, so you would use pfSense because it has, for a router firewall, it has a lot more configuration you could do. You could have multiple IPs on your WAN. It just does a ton more. If you ever wanted to put, say, all your traffic on one subnet going through a NordVPN or whatever VPN provider you use, you could do that. Their IPS IDS is a lot better. It takes a little bit to work with, but it's great. Yeah, and with so why I would use UniFi, like their switching and their access points are amazing. That's what they were built on doing, right? I'm hoping that in the future they fix their firewall issues, because lots of people have been asking it. And some of it is like, just add your DHCP list. That's it. What do you think of Cisco Meraki firewalls? I haven't done a lot with the Meraki. I was working with somebody last week or the week before who had it. I think the pricing is a little high, or quite a bit of high, but apparently they have great support. for free, I guess, with your contract. But it's kind of funny because they were reaching out to me to do this, put in some access points and create some new subnets on their Cisco Meraki stuff. But yeah, I don't sell it. I don't have any of it. I might buy some gear just to do some tests on it. I think the interface is nice on it and it seems pretty easy to use. No problem, George. And pfSense is free. So pfSense is free, but you need somewhere to host it on, right? Which I've been meaning to put it on here. Hold on a sec. Which I think I said this last live stream and I still haven't, because I want to switch over to my Protectly box because this thing's pretty beefy and I could have both my WANs coming in, and then I could I believe I could put both my WAN ports in like a leg, like a aggregation, and then I'm gonna have 2 gigabits per second download speed coming in. eBay has them for cheap. I work with them for my job. Oh, nice. I never use eBay ever. Get a 300 Protectly box or something familiar. The Protectly is great. I mean, I've only done the one video on it with the pfSense, which I haven't done anything with it since. And they gave me this. So this is the FW6B. What else did they give me? They gave me this battery backup or something like that with it, which I still haven't tried, but I'm going to when I get some time. Yeah, I mean, they're Protectly. Let's look them up. I meant to do more with them, but then we moved and things just kind of got out of control. So is that the model I have? That is the model I have right now. And you could load, a ton of stuff on it. You were the same way until you started buying HomeLab. I mean, eBay. I haven't looked at eBay in years. I buy everything off Amazon. Cisco. Let's just see. I don't even know where to start with Cisco Meraki, to be honest with you. So if I'm doing this just as like a home lab, I would assume I would have to buy some licensing, or do they have free licensing? I'm assuming they don't have any free licensing. Access points. I like the look of them. What else did I like? Was it Cisco Firepower? Cisco Firepower. Let's take, yeah, these. I think this is what it was. I wanted to try some, not that. It's one of their new security appliances. Next generation firewall. I'm assuming these are a little more expensive though. I was the same. I got a Power Edge for really cheap there. Yeah, and I wouldn't mind building a server as well. I'm not really a server person. I don't know. I'm not, I do more networking, Wi-Fi cabling, that type stuff, but which is why I think there is a monthly fee, right? You have to pay for support or licensing. That's why I don't do it either. And I'm trying to convince the company that I was working with last week to move off of Cisco and then onto like a pfSense and UniFi. We'll see. I don't know how much longer they have on their contract. But I would do, Protectly for pfSense, I would do that. And I don't mind the Netgate appliances. So I have the Netgate SG1100. I think they just came out with a 2100, something like that. There is a cost. You could get 1, 3, 5, and 10 years license. It's a definite pay to play. And I guess they probably wouldn't list their prices anywhere online either. I just want to, okay, accept appliances, applications, products, Netgate, SG, was it a 2100? Yeah, so I wouldn't mind getting one of these. I mean, my Protectly is going to do more than what this does anyway. Because right now my my SG1100, it won't route at gigabit speed. You just bought 2 per. Oh, nice. Yeah, they're great. I don't know how much these would be though. SG2100. $500. Yeah, that's a little much. See, and that's the thing with if the UDM Pro had fixed all their issues, you could buy a UDM Pro for that price, right? UDM Pro, or maybe a little more. Yeah, you're paying $100 more, but then you have an NVR, you have an access controller, and you have a VoIP controller. No, so I wouldn't use the the pfSense with UDM Pro. So what I would do is I'd use pfSense, and then that would be my router firewall. And then I would use UniFi switches in access points. You could though. I mean, you probably could. Hey, what's going on, Mitch? Good to see you. 6.0.36 okay to install. I think it is okay to install. I don't have it installed yet. I'm still on, what am I on? I'll just go to my controller quickly. I think I'm on 6.0. Yeah, so I'm on 6.0.28, which I haven't really had issues with. Let me see if I could show you guys anything. I just don't want to expose stuff. I've learned my lessons. Okay, so like on my, what does this say? Pro UAP AC Pro. No, that's not it. So this in-wall AP, I'm running 5.43.16, which I believe is like, it's a beta version. Let's see. Go to downloads, take a look. And there's no easy way really, besides the video that I released on upgrading your UDM Pro to 6.0.28. You have to go in through SSH to update it. I don't think the update's available for UDM Pro right now. UniFi APAC Pro. So yeah, I mean the stable firmware, oh, that's not the Pro. Sorry, that's not, I wanted the in-wall. The stable firmware is 4.3.21 and I'm at 5.43. Okay. There's also Meraki Go. Yeah, that's what somebody was telling me about. Maybe it was you, Justin, before last time I streamed. I don't know. I got to write this stuff down because I do want to purchase some more gear. Meraki Go. Okay. Lawrence System did. Yeah, I did. I saw that. Well, I didn't watch it all. I only looked at a little bit of it. Upgrading from 5 to 6 removed my 5 gigahertz network. Let me see if it did the same. It should have just bridged them both together, right? Like it normally does. Yeah. Can I show this? Just give me a sec. So I know people, when I upgraded to 6, it would take my WLAN groups away. I think this is fine to show. Right? So here's my, my SSID, my one SSID, and then here's your Wi-Fi band. So I have it on both. And here's you still have your 2 gigahertz and your 5 gigahertz options there. And then these are your AP groups instead of WLANs. That's how they'll be doing it. So you could create new groups to go to specific access points if you want that, if you don't want that wireless network on certain APs, then you could just create groups and specify which ones you want to go to. I have the Cloud Key Gen 2 now using the NetGate. Yep. That's probably why I'll wait. Okay. What are you selling for Black Friday? I'm not selling anything. Yeah, I'm not selling nothing. What the heck was that? Oh, my cat's sitting on top of my computer. I hope it doesn't overheat. Yeah. I've been wondering, I'm running a controller UniFi 6.24. Is that completely separate from the other controller versions? I don't even know what that is. I mean, that's probably a beta release. Let me see. I have so many different tabs open now. Oh, it was right here. Downloads. Let me just go back to that. Click on downloads. So here's their, I mean, the controller software, right? So the latest stable or the latest version they've released is 6.0.36. And then 2.8, 2.3. I'm on 2.8 right now. Which one were you running? 1. Okay, so that's either a beta, that's a beta version, I think. It's on Windows. Yeah, that's got to be a beta version, which they don't have listed here. I typically wouldn't run beta versions unless you're doing it for testing purposes, because you could end up breaking your network. And, you know, some weird things could go on, right? That's why it's in beta. Even anything on the UDM Pro or your USGs or whatever, if there's a beta feature, I usually turn that off. If it's an alpha feature, I would never turn it on. Oh, SG200 only does 800. Oh, Chris, did I ever get back to you? I saw your email. I thought I might not have sent the email. I appreciate the offer with the, I think it was the router board or something, the MikroTik. I just think the shipping and stuff would cost too much, but I appreciate it. It runs fine so far, and you know what? It might run fine forever, but if you could have issues, right? Not saying that you won't, but I typically don't run. I mean, I have lab stuff that I run on the newer controller versions. I thought I emailed you back. I hadn't. Yeah, I got distracted. I saw it though, but thanks. I do appreciate it. Well, I'm going to start wrapping things down. We've been going about an hour. It's Friday. So now everybody could go. Oh, MikroTik. Okay, so that's what it was, yeah. I mean, I still have that MikroTik 10 gig switch, and I haven't used it yet. I'm trying to see where to implement it, to be honest with you. I don't know where. See, this is funny. They have their phone system showing up on... Is this their main? No, it's not their main. Let's go to UI.com again. UniFi. Okay, so they have it showing up on their main page, but I don't think you could buy any of it besides an early access. Yeah, so that's an early access as well. I mean, I like the look of the phone. Yeah, it's all early access. Wow. I hope they release this soon. So you're paying $9.99 per month per line, which is pretty decent. And I believe you're going to be able to import your own or have your own SIP provider if you want. Cool. You have one of the old phones. Okay. Like this phone's crazy cheap, 29 bucks. I mean, it's very basic, but you would have your line out. You'd have your call history, conference. It looks like there was a do not disturb button. And I would assume that you could switch the functions on those as well. I like these Android based or whatever the touchscreen type displays. Hi, are there some known Wi-Fi issues with Mac OS? Updated yesterday and now my UniFi controller says 554 WPA timeouts. Not that I know of. What did you update to? I mean, make sure that you have the correct password on your devices as well. It's a pain to configure, really. And I have watched some videos on the MikroTik stuff, but I don't know. I just haven't plugged it in. I don't have anything that does 10 gig right now either to do testing with. Well, guys, I think that's going to be it for me. You could, if you guys are on Discord, you could join my Discord server. Let me get the link for that before I leave. Talk more on there. I'll be releasing a video Monday as well. Let me just see. Oh, you know what? I have the Discord link right here. So here's the Discord link. If any of you use Discord, you could join there and we could talk. There we go. If not, I mean, you guys could always send me an email, cody@mactelecomnetworks.com. You could visit my webpage, mactelecomnetworks.com. Reach me that way as well. I have no idea what this person was trying to say, Brant Ken, but we will hide that. Yeah, so if you guys want to reach me on Discord or any other way you can. I'll be back next Friday for a live stream, and then new video will be Monday and Wednesday, hopefully next week. So I hope all you have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.